Welcome to Age of Empires 4.
Accessibility settings. UI narration toggle. Item 1 of 6. Checked. When a UI element is in focus, the system reads the name and/or function of the element aloud. Cross button. Select. Square button. Save and continue. Triangle button. Reset. Unchecked. Speech-to-text toggle. UI narration toggle. Checked. Speech-to-text toggle. Item 2 of 6. Unchecked. Read incoming chat messages toggle. Item 3 of 6. Unchecked. Incoming chat messages are read aloud. Subtitles scale combo box. Item 4 of 6. Subtitles combo box. Item 5 of 6. Off. Item 3 of 3. Accessibility settings. Strong contrast mode toggle. Item 6 of 6. UI narration toggle. Item 1 of 6. Checked. When a UI element is in focus, the system reads the name and/or function of the element aloud. Speech-to-text toggle. Item 2 of 6. Unchecked. Other users' voices are transcribed to text in real time. Read in subtitles scale combo box. Item 4 of 6. Brightness calibration. HDR maximum brightness slider. 100%. Square button. Save and continue. Triangle button. Reset. Touchpad button. Tooltip, left stick left right. Move slider. 99%, 98%. 90, 62%, 23%. 31%. 44%. 59%.
It fucking sounds like Max Headroom.
52%. 53, 55%, 59%, 64%, 95%. 94%, 93%, 91, 95%, 93%, 92%, 91%, 54%, 53%. 44%, 48%, 49, 50%. This game supports autosave. Please do not turn off your console when you see this icon. Age of Empires 4. Press any button to start.
Let's see how this game is.
Loading screen.
Oh,
Loading in progress.
I hate that reading. Loading in progress.
Loading screen. Loading in progress. Play button.
I gotta turn
Cross
this
button. Play.
off. I gotta turn that shit off. Turn that shit off.
Before Guillaume could join with his liege's army, he needed to gather his own men and organize them into fighting order. To do this, he first needed to get a lay of the land.
Investigate the area. Okay. Move the camera over to the lumber camp using left. Alright. Over to the large rocks.
A collection of large rocks caught Guillaume's eye. Wary of hidden threats, he decided to investigate.
So, R.
Guillaume discovered a recently abandoned camp. A closer look would determine which direction the men went.
Eat piece of cake. Right stick up or
Happy
down.
knowing that his men were nearby, Guillaume refocused his attention. Guillaume set off in search of his men, scouting the surroundings as he moved.
Find your spearman. To the camera to the press X, okay?
Obeir est virtus.
There we go. Marker.
Avant chevauche.
With each gallop of his horse's hooves, more of Guillaume's land was revealed to him.
Ut honor et force. Honor c'est de guerrier. Chavez avant.
I'm such a fast learner.
Guillaume had found his spearmen. However, they would need to be organized and prepared for battle. After which, he could continue searching for the rest of his forces.
Let me guess. Hold down X and drag a box. Alright, like a pro.
Post-match screen. Cross button.
Okay.
Play.
I'm an
Circle
option.
button.
Option, damn it.
Triangle button. View all. R2 button. Notifications.
That shit's gonna be
0 new items. R3 button. Groups and chat. 0 new items.
Okay.
Quit campaign.
No.
Are you sure you want to leave campaign mode?
I'm sure I want to turn
Cross
off the
button.
fucking voice.
Yes.
Sure about
Circle
that.
button. Loading screen. Loading in progress. Loading screen. Loading in progress. Play button. Cross button.
Why?
Pause menu open. Load settings options page. Accessibility tab. Item 1 of 7. Audio tab. Item 6 of 7. Social tab. Item 7 accessibility tab. Item 1 of 7. Controls accessibility visibility sub now read incoming chat messages toggle. UI unchecked. Speech to text toggle. Sub in game strong contrast mode toggle. Item 1 of 7. Unchecked. High contrast helps you distinguish between
Oh,
different
come
screen
on. I thought I
elements.
turned the shit off. Alright. Much better.
With his spearmen found, Guillaume was one step closer to reclaiming his dukedom. First, he would need to organize them under his command. Only then could he continue his search for the rest of his forces. He gathered his spearmen and coordinated them into proper rank and file.
Let me guess. Hold down the X button and drag for a triangular motion. Double press X over a spearman to select all of them on the screen. All right. That works. Can't you drag? Can you drag? Let's drag. Let's see if that drag works. I'll do what it says. Double X. All right. Let's go. For king and country.
He knew that his men would need to follow his every command in the coming battle, and so he assigned them as a group under his control.
Suis pour Normandie. Honor cesse de guerrier. Uth honor et force.
Ahead of the game, bro. With the spearman selector, press L2 and R2 to open the control menu. Okay. I let it banner with da-da-da-da. Let's stick and press X. Okay. Close. See your groups at the top. Let's press circle to clear your selected spearmen.
Guillaume's spearmen were now a respectable fighting unit. It was time to march on in search of more reinforcements.
Let's do it.
Guillaume's cousin and treacherous rebel Guy de Bourgogne had erected a wooden palisade along the
Kill
path
'em.
in an attempt to halt Guillaume's progress. However, this was no problem for his spearmen, who destroyed it with ease. An enemy patrol had been scouting the area. Guillaume knew that his spearmen were the perfect counter and saw this as an opportunity to test their mettle.
Leggere jus est ver succede. Dansei Bustruturum.
With the spearman selected, move the camera close to the enemy horseman. Press square.
Urandrei.
With the spearmen now proven in battle, Guillaume and his men moved on.
Urandrei.
A group of enemy archers blocked Guillaume's path. He knew their long range would give them a distinct advantage over his spearmen. As luck would have it, a regiment of his loyal horsemen had been spotted close by. Guillaume once again proved he was a shrewd tactician. He knew his horsemen had the speed to run down and defeat the much slower archers. With his horsemen now battle-hardened, Guillaume focused on locating his own regiment of archers.
La merci. Honor et force.
Guillaume found his archers hidden within a quiet village. They reported that a group of enemy spearmen were on their way to secure the area. Guillaume noticed the hill nearby and knew it would be a perfect spot for an ambush.
Préparate, archers. In avant, archers.
Guillaume's plan once again proved true. His archers shot down the enemy spearmen from their strategic position. With his forces now gathered under his command, Guillaume prepared to rendezvous with his ally, King Henri I of France. Now bolstered by his liege's forces, Guillaume marched to battle. The time had finally come. Guy and his rebel army stood in open defiance against the combined forces of Guillaume and King Henri. Guillaume had mastered numerous skills, and now it was time to put those skills to the test. Henri had granted Guillaume the right to initiate the attack, and on his order, the fight for his dukedom would begin.
Archère parade. Gwen. L'entière, si. Si. Gwen Mendes. Vado. Si, parade. Cavallo. Cavalario parade. Sito. Gwen Mendes. A medio corso. Gwen Ordines. Obeyo. Bene. Si, parade. Cavalario parade. Si, parade. Cavalario parade. Gwen Ordines. Si. Gwen Mendes. Gwen Mendes. Gwen Ordines. Si, parade. Cavallerio, parade.
Obeir est virtus. Urandrei. Dan seif vostre commande.
Cavallerio, parade. Cavaliers. Parate, arquiers. Allez, arquiers.
Alright, break the cavalry with my spearmen. That's the cavalry. They want me to initiate this. Okay.
Arquiers, parate. Obeyo.
It was during this battle that Guillaume first demonstrated his prowess as a warrior of Viking descent. He single-handedly turned the tide of battle and inspired his men to victory.
Obeir est virtus.
With his forces depleted, Guy de Brion was utterly defeated and fled. It was said that the dead were so numerous they floated downstream and clogged the local water wheel. It was this victory at Valesdune where Guillaume first displayed his militaristic genius and demonstrated his fighting prowess. It was here that he established himself as the undisputed Duke of Normandy.
Key lessons: resource gathering, unit production, construction, resource drop-off locations, command queuing, scouting for sheep, like command farming, villager automation, using find menu research and technologies, advancing to the next stage. That's what I'm talking about.
1065, and Guillaume is marching west to deal with the last threat to his duchy, the Duke of Brittany-Conan d'Eu. Chateau de Dinan was a formidable fortress, and would need an impressive army to siege its walls and bring down the keep. Guillaume entrusted the raising of such an army to his wife, Mathilde de Flandre, Duchess of Normandy. First, Mathilde would need to gather resources, a job for her loyal villagers.
Select a villager.
Resources were essential in constructing buildings and producing units, and could be found all across the land. But Mathilde knew the most important resource to begin gathering was food.
Okay. Food. Alright, let's find some food.
Bagas.
Gather 10 food.
Escolto. Vacas.
Food was key in recruiting villagers and military units. More villagers would be required if she was to raise a large army. To do this, she turned to her town center, an important landmark where new villagers could be recruited.
Bene.
Produce 2 villagers. Produce 2 villagers.
Parade. Cavallo. Vado. Chierte. Ensala.
L2, Lama. No.
Vado. Escolto. Mandes? Sì.
I like to build that icon, but that is then press X twice to Q2 villagers. Okay.
Villagers could also construct a variety of military and economic buildings. Some of these buildings were used to make resource gathering more efficient, such as the mill.
Build.
Mandements.
Sì.
Ok.
Enfin, non est tant tour.
Mathilde ordered construction of the mill close to the berry bushes, as an alternative drop-off point for her villagers.
Bacchus.
Next was wood, a key resource in the construction of many buildings and essential to the success of any town. Mathilde constructed a lumber camp close to a forest, a good source of wood.
Vado. Edifico.
Equal rates, I believe. Equal rates.
With a healthy supply of food, the village could start to grow. To do so, it would need more hands to share the work.
Fuaro. Vendendo.
Produce 5, okay? Produce 5. Produce 5. L2 to... We're not overdoing it.
Spero.
Spero.
Che.
The town could no longer grow without additional homes. Mathilde ordered her villagers to construct new houses to accommodate the growing population.
Ubi vado? Movens. Passons.
Mais ascolto. Lavoro. Fake.
Mais
Further growth required knowing the countryside and finding more resources. For that, communities employed scouts.
Ensalade.
That sheep? Looks like no sheep.
Si, si. Vado. Escolto.
Able to move quickly and see great distances, scouts were key to discovering new resources.
Si, si. Si. Cavallo. Vado. Chiarte.
Ascolto.
Oye.
Ascolto. Spero.
Paraz.
Ok, sì. Secco.
Bene, orchestre.
What? Ascolto. Capians.
It was time for Mathilde to begin gathering the resource that ruled the known world: gold. Fortunately, a gold vein could be found nearby, and Mathilde set her villagers to work mining it.
Attention.
Escolto.
Ascolti.
Comando. Escolte. Si. Cava. Intendo.
Escolto.
Maintenance. Intus.
Ubi vado? Mandements. Quitamos. Laburo. Intendo.
With her food supply running low, Mathilde constructed farms to replace the depleted berry bushes. They would provide a constant supply of food.
Ah, finito. Me? Ma sono. Sì, laborance.
Quod? Edifico. Ah!
Che? Sì.
Like all great leaders, Mathilde made expert use of local government. They aided her in organizing the villagers and assigned them roles within the settlement. Mathilde's small town was now thriving and ready to progress to the next age of prosperity. To mark the occasion and celebrate her villagers, Mathilde ordered the construction of a landmark.
Ascolto. Procedo. Secco. Movo. Alla materia.
Landmarks allowed a settlement to grow, granting access to more complex buildings and veteran units. The town had grown from just a handful of villagers to a fully established settlement. Mathilde had erected a landmark, announcing to the land that this town was a blossoming settlement. It was the perfect platform from which to forge an army and launch a siege on Conan's castle.